EG base next to tier 3 tower. Problems ensued, and then we paused. We then came back. EG found a couple of kills, then we paused again as we watched Moomina get exploded on the top lane, even if we are jumping while we do it.
Yeah, Complexity had a lineup where, at least with their itemization, they needed to hit a timing window as far as like putting pressure on the enemy base, and when they tried to go for one base push, they kind of timed it poorly, I think. All in all, their decision making. The main thing is the itemization, where it's kind of disallowed them from finding pickoffs on the animation and really threatening Fear. So EG are just playing the slow game here, where they're just split pushing with him, farming. When Complexity, the only way they can really gank him is with Cluck and Tusk and Clinks. I think that's like they need those three heroes together to bring down the Anti-Mage right now. So Fear is playing with a lot of confidence. As soon as he knows where Clinks is, as Matt pointed out quite a while ago, then he's feeling pretty safe split pushing. So that's the state of the game right now. All in all, though, I would say, you know, it might look like an even game just from the graphs, but just if you look at the way the game is flowing and who's ultimately better primed for late game, I think EG are feeling pretty comfortable with their position in the game right now.
They're going to be feeling fantastic about this, and especially when Fear is able to get away with wasting so much time at Complexity. For the last minute to minute and a half, they smoked up inside their jungle, walked around the Dire Ancients, walked down the bottom lane, chasing after a ghostly Fear, who then blinks into the trees, TPs himself away to safety. At Complexity, it feels like they're running out of time when these things happen, as EG prolongs this game more and more, and Fear gets bigger and bigger. I don't know where they're meant to go from here.
Yeah, I'm curious what Complexity's read is on the game. It was discussed quite a bit by the panel, the Octarine core pickup by Queen of Pain, that I was also uncertain about. It kind of says to me that they're reading the game differently than what most of us are, at least, you know, me as well as the panel. I would say generally in this kind of situation you want to try to itemize against the anti-mage rather than just itemize for, you know, these lower cooldowns and just teamfight potential.
It seems like they're actually itemizing for the push up. Like,
yes, that's what I was thinking.
What's Swindelmelon's on his cloak? He's got a casual cloak on him. Is it meant to go into more?
I think that's a good question. They might feel like they need a pipe to high ground.
But now, let's look at the fight. There's going to be Clinks attacking into Sumail. 4 hits, going to be 5 to get the kill, but the epicenter from Universe runs over Complexity with the hand of God as well as the mech, repairing so much the damage. Now Fear join the fight. They will be able to curse up on the Clinks. They control him perfectly. Universe coming back in for another burrow strike, but he's looking for more. Misses on the burrow, but Fear still looking for his kills, as Song of the Siren will stop this, actually allowing the send back. That was Moomienda, who got back to base, but Z-Frig and Swindelmelons will not be so lucky. The Mana Void just ripping apart their life. A triple kill for Fear, as evil geniuses, after pause number, I don't know however many, they were able to find a couple of kills. They kick back and they get a hell of a lot in this team fight.
They're going to force at least one buyback as well. There's no way Complexity hold this with a Clockwork and a Tusk against the pushing speed that this Anti-Mage brings out right now. So I'm guessing they'll buy back the Clock. I was guessing Clinks, but looks like they'll prioritize saving Clinks' money for now and try to get him into another carry item so he can actually fight Fear, as it's currently being crested up by AOI. It is a problem that Complexity needs to address.
Sonic Wave hits Universe, but Fear's going to work. He actually got a couple of bashes out there too. The snowball through from Fly, just buying some space apart from Swindelmelons. Not where he wants to be. He's point blank with Sumail, who Laguna blades him down. Also Tusker on the silencer. Now Clockwork will buy back. Hookshot is available. Doesn't have a clean line. Swindelmelons was in front of him as they Glimmercape. They need some exit kills to make this work. But really, can they even chase it? EG's already out. Complexity, so many buybacks, so much money down the drain.
So what happened all in all here? They bought back Clock, Quab, they killed... Who did they kill in the fight in the middle? I think they found like one kill, or maybe two.
They got Sumail. No, they didn't. That's right, because they just turned around and killed him. Did they get anything?
I'm trying to remember. I think they might have killed PPD, but that would be all... No, he was alive as well.
Yeah, he was sitting on the back. Like, after they got the curse off on the Clinks, the fight was over.
Oh yeah, Clinks got the first kill. He did kill Sumail, but Sumail had a lot of Bloodstone charges.
Hence he came back instantly. Yeah. Now we make sense. Now we also, like, unpause our brains. Jumping after Sumail. Shadow Strike is dropping him low. The Sonic Wave will be committed, hitting both PPD as well as Sumail, but again, another good line strike array, but this won't stop the Clinks from getting both attacks, but PPD holds himself close And is able to survive the hook shot, also off target. Owie. Fancy footwork going left and right. Now that stun going to stop Mumianda from actually TPing out. This doesn't allow him to come back while Fear attacking the base of Complexity. They're losing their bottom racks. Mumianda, he is going to go down. They just focus him. At the same time, Clinks gets back in on the lead. They still haven't killed off this Clockwork. The Hand of God now going to work. Owie will ensnare. And Mumianda, he survived for a very, very long time. But how much longer can he really be here? The illusions are killing him. They glimmer cape him up. Where's your vision? It is going to be there as the Burrow Strike from Universe does kick in. But he's four-staffed away from the Clink. Sandstorming to avoid the last attack as well. How much damage was done on bottom? A lot. The melee ranked is gone for Complexity.
Yeah, Fear is playing it safe here. I think he might even have had a shot at killing Swindlemelons, which would have given him the barracks, the ranged barracks, as well as even an attempt at maybe going for pressure mid or forcing rotations back earlier from Complexity here. But Queen of Pain pretty much used her entire mana pool, which is about 2,000, so Anti-Mage's ultimate hurts a hell of a lot. But Fear plays it safe. It doesn't overextend. It could have backfired with some sort of rotation there, and he just...
Oh, hello. Fear thought he could just slip in and take out Roshan, but Clink's having a closer look at the action, and Fear trying to go back into it again. Having this full Abyssal Blade has got so much damage. The Sigil as well is trying to have a bit of a peek for Tusker. And you'll see PPD inside the pit, but it looks like Fear's just had enough for the moment. Goes up, farms up the Ancients. He could return.
What an annoying Sigil. PPD keeps trying to find it. Now he finally wards and it disappears at the same time.
So at this point for Complexity, you know, EG's got interest in Roshan. You can scan it with both Sigil, Clockwork Rocket. You should be able to know what's going on. I don't think EG can kill it fast enough that the Clockwork wouldn't see what's happening. Do you try and contest this, or do you just try and push control the lanes and hope you can take the fight when it comes back to your base later on?
I think you kind of have to contest, because if they wait and they give Anti-Mage and Aegis, he's hard enough for them to kill once. Twice is going to be...
At the same time, you're about to go into like Song of the Siren as well as Epicenter. In fact, that's exactly what Owie does. They ensure Roshan, the Aegis wall at the hands of Fear at the same time. Mumianda, he hookshot it up so far, he's completely isolated from the rest of his team. He's dead before they even get up on the high ground near the Dire Ancients. Snowball in, they go after Owie. At the same time, Fear locking down Swindlemelons and bursting him with the Mana Void. It's a double kill for Fear. The Aegis, the Immortal, may trigger here, but the Clinks will end up dying too. Another triple kill for Fear as EG. They even get the Burrow Strike on Fly. He was TPing out at the last moment. He'll Glimmer Cape, but this means the Fly can't get back to base. EG can just go for broke, take that mid-racks.
Yeah, this game is almost over at this point. Complexity, I feel like they had to go for that, but the execution just wasn't quite there. They didn't get the Sonic Wave off. I think Swindlemelons was considering whether he should solo ult Fear or not, because he actually had the chance to kill Fear with Sonic Wave, but only hitting him. I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight, but he probably very much regrets right now not going for that, as Fear pretty much single-handedly just killed him off, and this is going to be 2 lanes of racks. They could even look for tier 4s. They're 5-on-4. They know Queen of Pain doesn't have buyback, so...
Just give it a crack. That's all they can really do right now. Complexity point blank smoke, and Fear, well, he gets attacked a little bit, and they do back out a little. But at the same time, EG, if Complexity chase this too far, they'll just turn and burst. At the same time, Fly walking straight past the EG lineup. Yeah, they've had enough. They're getting the next items up. A full Aghanim set to now afforded up for Sumail.
Yeah, this is an issue for Clinks, to say the least. This Axol takes more than half his health when he doesn't have Death Pact activated. I guess he just Death Pact again, so we'll... I'm guessing, what's his health at? 1929? It's about half. So just a couple of swings from Fear with the Abyssal and then the Laguna, and he's dead. And the counterplay potential for Complexity is very limited. They can snowball, that's it, because the Glimmer Cape doesn't counter Sumail either anymore now, which is another really important aspect of this pickup situation. Now, the item that we feel like Complexity should have had a long time ago
is on Universe.
Going to be on the Sand King instead, who, by the way, is ridiculously farmed in this game for the time. He has a Blink, Veil, 4-staff, Hex, Tranquils, minute 38.
He's the fourth highest net worth on the map.
That's just what happens when you get 2 lanes of racks. It's so much gold.
It's such a crazy combo too, because like not very rarely, we've actually been seeing more of it at TI5. But the Veil of Discord being picked up for him at the start. That epicenter of his, he's got 13 assists. Every time he jumps in Universe, he's finding multiple heroes with it. And just letting EG get control of the fight, even if you do get the mech as well as the hook shot, mech as well as the Hand of God off, the damage now isn't going to be repaired, and with extra control, the clinks can be done, and even the Queen of Pain, no BKB. Whenever he jumps in, he will always be able to lock down Swindamelons, which means Anti-Mage can go on, deal with other heroes if he needs to. As now, this almost looks like a bit of a throw all the cards in a pot and hope you pick up the ace play for Complexity.
It's the only thing they can do now. If they sit back and wait in their base, they're just giving EG full map control, and they'll just push down and take the tier 2. They can just play at whatever pace they want. They could even wait for the next Roshan, which should be theirs at that point in time. But yeah, Complexity are not really going to find anything here. And EG are looking for the same kind of play, but they're on opposite sides of the map, so...
EG will just take the tier 2 tower. Remember, this is all they've got to do to win the game. Like, get up into the megas, and then majority of it, the creep wave will take care of. Fear's also finished up a full Monkey King bar, so he is... I'm not going to say 6th slotted, but he is exactly where you'd want to be as an Anti-Mage 40 minutes into this game. But now...
He realizes the crest is like the only issue right now, and itemizes against it. I think this is the correct pickup this time around. He doesn't need defensive items right now, because the way Complexity has itemized, they're not threatening him that much.
Yep. He can do whatever he wants, really.
This is like the most... pretty much the most glass cannon build you will ever see on an Anti-Mage. He does not have a BKB, a heart, or a butterfly in a 6-item build. This is very unusual.
But he can get away with it.
Yes, that's the whole point. He can get away with it. Even should they catch him, they still have Cold Embrace, they still have Glimmer Capes, Force Staff on Sand King, Song of the Siren. I mean, it's
the biggest control of all up against... one of the cores doesn't even have a BKB. The double Power Strike from Universe Sentry was down, so they saw him, but then the curse is over on the Queen of Pain. You'll send through to a double Light Strike, and Fear comes in. Swindamelons, it took 2 hits to kill him off, and this will be EG ravaging Complexity. Even with a Sonic Wave, Fear just jumps in deeper. 3 hits to kill off Seafreak. More Power Strike supports from Universe. TV's making sure that Fear just cannot be touched. He moves back up to play objective-based gaming to finish off the racks, while Moonmeter might be moving back here. Sumail not affected by these cogs. Swindamelons back to front lines, but again, Universe, a double Burrow Strike, and, well, they just keep going to work. Where is AM? He has gone for a bit of a wander. He'll come back to the front lines, and this is when the game practically ends. Fly is currently hexed up, stunned, burrowed, and killed off. This is it when Swindamelons dies. It is a full rack. It's mega creeps for Evil Geniuses here in game number 1. But Complexity, it's like they're trying to send a message for game number 2. We won't give up to the bitter end. Just keep fighting. And then Laguna Blade thinks, well, maybe fighting was not the greatest idea in the world. Fly keeps trying to return out, but with the Yule Scepter up, the stun will follow in, and Fly locks, Burrow strikes, and this should be actually Glimmer Caping back past the tier 4 towers and sent back by the 10. Complexity just won't say die.
I think EG is going to make them right now.
Force it.
Their options are very limited. Going to snowball in Chen aggressively as a distraction. Very unusual play.
They're all dead. This is going to be the fountain dying. Complexity refusing to the bitter end to submit to Evil Geniuses. But the game says it's over. Game number 1 only took roughly 2 hours, but we do have game number 1 over with Evil Geniuses. It was a rough start for them, Sin.
Yeah, Complexity's early game strategy just really worked out the way they imagined. Great rotations, good pressure on the map. Then they kind of let go of the pressure a bit, and I think, as we mentioned a couple of times, a big part of it was just their itemization that allowed EG to find some confidence on their Anti-Mage, who, by the way, goes deathless in this game, 12-0-5 for Fear. That does not happen if Clinks or Quap gets an Orchid. I'll almost guarantee it. If they get one of them gets that item early, you just, at some point, you're going to get caught, right, when you try to farm. Or, if you don't get caught and you play super safe, you farm 25% less, and maybe you're not strong enough for these fights. But Fear, he was cruising in this game, ends the game with 420 last hits as well. Solid game for EG. Good, another one of their just good slow play defensive games.